All right, y'all. We live.
Never heard.
Okay, they
Y'all
can hear this
ready?
part. Mm-hmm.
Honey, we be talking, honey. Hello, 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 everyone. We are live. It's your girls, my T, Callie, and Joy. We are here to talk about the Real Housewives of Atlanta, season 14. Can't remember the name of it. Do you remember what it was, Callie?
Mm-mm.
I don't know. We'll figure it out. Hot something, low blow, high glow, or something. Just talking about Marlo going so low. But anyway, we're gonna play our intro, and I'll look it up, and we'll get into it.
Good bread, good head and way, good sex, good chemistry, good life, I fought for these, good nights and memories, good, make mama proud, quiet while I'm working, so I'm mastermind and smoking mine. Big old house, big old mouth, big old bag, big old fountain, big ass check in my bank account. Now everybody good, like I said they would be, everybody good.
All right, y'all. So it was called Healthy Glows and Low Blows. I don't know why it was called healthy. Who was glowing healthy? Was it the sauna? Anyway, I don't know what happened. So how was your day, ladies?
Busy, and busy.
You were doing stuff with the preservation, right? Like you learned from Melody?
Yes.
Cool beans.
And that little girl was looking at me like, ma'am, I don't know.
Really?
She was so cute too.
Joy, you still doing summer school?
Yeah, I got 2 more days left.
Oh, that's good. My
2
day was
more
pretty
days
boring. I was about to take a nap and I realized we were supposed to go live. I said, "Oh, let me get up."
Okay.
Anyway, so let's do our favorite thing that we do before every episode. How would you rate episode 8? Callie, you want to go first?
I think it was a 6 or 7.
Okay. What about you, Joy?
I have no memory of one thing that happened that whole show. Other than I only because I saw a picture was that flash that Bravo did where it said "She by Sheree."
Yes, I
from
got that.
fall. That's I have no memory. That's how bad it is. This is so bad. Yes, spring, summer, September
2017. Yeah, somebody get Danita said 2.5. That's pretty 2.5. I thought it was at least a 5.
Holding back. She says, "Look."
From what they say, it's going to start off a little slower, and then they're going to build. And the second half is better than the first. We shall see. I don't dislike it.
Get people to the second half,
right?
Yeah, I don't dislike it, but I don't think it's any worse than anything else.
I do.
Really?
I definitely do. I think it's something that I'm watching right now.
The girls trip one.
The girls trip, the ultimate girls trip
is so good.
It really is good.
Mm-hmm.
And like basketball wise is better than
is it?
Yeah, I mean this is bad.
I sent you a picture, Montique, but
I love it, girl. I love it.
Ain't had no fun.
Yeah.
You know,
Marlo's messing up the season for me, her and Sonya.
Well, they need to have some. I haven't seen one situation where it was just fun to watch.
Right.
Like, even if you're watching the Ultimate Girls Trip too, I'm like they're having fun together and laughing and getting to know one another. Now it's been conflict. It's only 3 episodes in. Like I'm looking forward to Thursday's drop.
Yes,
that's how good it is. But this is just bad, and that's just because these people have run their course.
Yeah. I don't know about that.
In my opinion, they've all run their course.
Okay, so Danita said there's recycled storylines. Candy and Tina have the same argument that Candy and Nene had in season 4. I don't know what argument that is. Hey, Hale says a 6. I think it was at least a 5. I have, and she's been fun to watch this year.
It's just bad. It's just I just wish they could, although Sonya's not new, not old, to like they could literally get rid of everybody except her and Drew.
Oh Lord, they the put you
I
I don't
never,
like the
no,
most.
you put new people in. Like you let Manetta.
Maybe.
I'm really interested in her life because I remember a little bit from the reality
I
show.
don't think
The
no.
only thing that
He,
stands out is that Neo made her get her tubes sad.
Well,
So
her
no.
husband didn't look too happy being around when they was working out today. Did y'all check out her husband? He was looking like, if y'all don't come back in here and do this so we can get it over with.
Who
He just
Drew's?
no, Manietta's husband.
um,
Did y'all
I
even
didn't
notice
see
him
him.
there?
That's so
Y'all ain't right. He was there.
so okay, so she was saying they argued about dildos and they're arguing about vibrating fan. I really think that a lot of people feel like the United States are the only people who watch these shows. These shows are very popular overseas. So just because they're getting like 8s and 9s here does not mean that's not what they're getting overseas. So I don't think they're going to end Atlanta because they're
well,
still getting
it's not that I'm sick.
Yeah,
no,
they're not
but
gonna
no,
end it.
no, I'm talking about Tori's. You see this right
Oh,
here? She's saying that that's not going to. I don't think they're going to get rid
I
of
don't think that they're going to end. I just really think they need to
it.
rebrand.
Yeah,
And
revamp
you
it.
don't need to rebrand with the same people.
Yeah.
We know them. We know them to the point where it's just like you can almost predict the arguments or where
But then,
it's just not.
yeah,
Have
It's not
said
interesting
6.
because we know them.
yeah, they're not going. I'm telling y'all, they're not going anywhere. Even with these numbers,
Mm-mm.
they're doing better than a lot of the other housewives. Even with these numbers, so
Well,
I mean,
hopefully we'll start talking about Blue Beverly and them because they're pretty good.
who is that?
Blue Beverly Hills and them. What's their name?
Yeah, we can. We do that Thursday. I think they come on
Dorit them.
Wednesday.
Beverly Hills is
It's good.
good. And I can't believe I'm saying this because
Yeah, it is. It's good.
them old biddies have been there for a minute too.
Yeah,
But it's the new girl and how they are thinking, we can hear in real time, is actually really, really good. Like you, I guess you know what it reminds me of? Straight up Mean Girls. In a way, not, but the girls aren't necessarily mean to Christian,
right.
but I think that they are, like you can hear
They're saying what they're thinking.
they're saying what they're
Yeah.
thinking. And I know that it's like, so what? But it makes a difference because they heard something about this girl. They bringing it on the show and they're straight up creating a storyline for her. And
Yeah.
Bravo is going to help them.
Yeah, they need some help. I don't think Beverly Hills is that good.
You
Well,
don't
it's
think
good.
it's that good? When they
It's
was
okay.
around the table,
I think
talking
our
about-
arguments about them are dead.
Yeah,
We keep
now our
having the same
conversation will
argument.
be good.
But
So I think we should do Thursday. I think it comes on Wednesday. Can somebody check? I'm free Thursday if y'all are. I'm free
It comes
Wednesday
on
too,
Wednesday.
but I think it comes on Thursday. I mean
it
Wednesday
comes
night.
on. Yes,
We can
it
do
does.
Thursday.
I don't watch nothing on Thursday.
No,
So
yeah, it
y'all
comes
think we
on.
can do Thursday for Beverly
Mhm.
Hills?
Yeah, we can.
All right, so y'all will be back 5:30ish, Beverly Hills. Okay, so let's do Atlanta. We won't be long. I got a time.
It's so bad. We done flipped.
I
to a
know we
whole
done went to something else. I had to pull out my notes. I was like, Lord. So it started off with Sonya and her mom. This is where I started my notes. I don't know if this is where it started off. And she was talking about having some me time with her husband. He's off. He has this limousine company, I guess, but he chauffeurs people. And he wants another baby. But he's not home. So is that being rational? Would you have another baby with your husband if he's not around to help?
Now I know relationships can change, but what was the agreed upon baby number? If there's something they agreed to before the marriage, and then you get into if it's a change from what they agreed to, then she might want to go back to whatever she originally agreed to. If they made no decisions about it, now she's just now saying, I really don't want another kid, or then they might be able to get through it. But if it depends on what the agreement was before the wedding. And do people make that? I mean, because we made that
I don't
agreement.
think I did. Did
We
you?
did.
Did you say I'm going to have such and such an amount of kids?
I said I am never having one kid a day in my life.
I didn't want kids either.
I don't know.
I didn't want a kid.
I know I
had
wanted
one.
children, but I've never was set on a particular number. I in my head, I at least wanted two.
Right.
Yeah. But when I decided I wanted some, we got divorced several years. I mean, that was kind of that somewhat to do with our downfall.
Yeah, I mean, and I see both your sides, Tori, because people do grow, and you can say, I want 2 kids, and then your circumstances can change, and maybe money or your lifestyle or something, and then you decide to have one. But that needs to be an agreed upon, in my opinion, if you've already said you wanted two. You need to come to some type of compromise, even if you do grow within it, because that's what he's thinking you want.
Well, I will they only have one child.
They only have one, yeah.
If you are, I'm kind of Team Drew on this one. If your husband asks you for a child and it's something that you're physically able to do, if that's something that I would do it.
I wouldn't.
Look, I'll just say this. I had my children at 9 years apart because I was okay. Like, I wanted a boy when I first got pregnant the first time, but I knew that if I had a boy, I probably wouldn't have had another child.
Another baby, right.
I really did I thought I was going to be a boy mom. And I had a girl. So I was good. But I was good.
That's really interesting, too, that you had a girl.
Yeah, I did.
Because the way you were kind of supportive of the man side of everything, you could be a reality TV show yourself.
I always
wanted to be her own show.
I always wanted to be a boy mom. I wanted to be that stupid mom with the soccer shirts on.
Yeah. And so how did you get as into it as that?
I would have been a mom that would make the chili for the whole football team.
Yeah, would have been the team mom.
Right. So but it didn't happen. So
does anybody else agree with Joy that and Drew? Because I don't.
That but 8 years in, my husband was like, we should at least try one more time. And I really didn't want to. I kept delaying. And literally, it was just like we was driving home from Florida. And I just said, okay, we'll just try. And by pure selfishness, I got pregnant the first month. But, I got plans and God got plans. I miscarried.
Yeah.
And now I really want to have a baby. It wasn't by
after that. Yeah,
I really did want to. Yeah, and I had another girl.
Yeah, I know. I had told y'all about this. I had a baby. I was pregnant with a boy. I had a stillborn baby, so I had to bear my baby. I don't know if it's harder than a miscarriage, but it was hard. So
I can imagine it's harder.
Yeah, so
the pregnancy was so new. No face was formed. Nothing.
Right, you didn't have to hear the heartbeat, any of that. Yeah. So this is after you've heard all of that. You've almost bought the crib. Because I was like 6 months. So you're thinking you're there. Yeah. So after that, I was like, I really didn't want one. But he wanted one. And I did say, I'm going to try again. So I did. And I had my daughter and I love her. But I was done. When I say I didn't care, I went and got the Mirena. He didn't want me. I didn't care. So I'm not
went
like
right
her.
and got the Mirena.
I was with you. I was with you. The first time I got it was just like, okay. It was almost like give me pregnant. Something stupid like that. But I was okay with being a mom of one.
Yeah, I'm okay with it.
I was okay with that.
I'm okay with being a mom of one.
I'm glad I did have a baby
and I am the only child. And so my daughter's the only child, but then I'm like, I'm gonna be by myself taking care of my parents. Now that may be a hard part. Because once they get older, it's just me. Yeah. So I do feel like when you have 2 kids, they maybe can lean on each other and that.
Yeah, I wish I did.
Well, I'm gonna get a cousin, and I don't already got one of the cousins for Jordan. Like Cody, you taking care of me with Jordan because Jordan gonna put me in the home. You won't.
Right.
But you have to plan that kind of stuff. Anyway, we done got off again.
I know. I'm like, okay.
So Ray and Mark, what do y'all think about
that? Is that bad?
Right. What do y'all think about this sauna scene? I feel like it was stupid.
Okay, that was probably the stupidest thing of the season. I mean, Marlo and Cherie. I mean, it just made no sense that they both sat there and really went in on Candy for not supporting. Really, Candy Burris not supporting somebody?
Oh, it did elicit a conversation between my daughter and I. You can have your feet in so many different things that it almost makes your presence um invalid.
Uh-huh. That's
So
true.
you can be so, and it's kind of like what Todd was saying. This is a pattern of hers. She does try to have her hands in too many pots. Well, you stick your head in a birthday party and say happy birthday, I'm gonna give you $100, even if it's a 10-year-old. It's your presence that makes it's a little bit different than you
Yeah.
just showing up giving $100. And
Well,
Candy
and
wants
that's
to
fine.
support everybody's everything, but it's okay to say no.
It
Mm-hmm.
is. So
It is.
why is it is okay. And she does support everybody. So the audacity of both Sheree and Marlo to mention that. And then the whole Marlo thing. Now I don't okay, the audience don't know. We already went back and message arguing about um what were we arguing about, Montique? Has something to
Girl,
do
we
with
argue all
Marlo.
the time. I don't know.
We do. We argue all the time. But when Marlo went back and brought up the whole foster care thing, and it should be this way. I'm in a foster home. You should this. You
Oh
should
yeah.
that.
Mm-hmm.
Don't bring up the past and expect me
I
to
don't understand why
suddenly.
she throws that in their faces all the time. Like, I was a foster kid.
And that's the same thing I was trying to say a little bit about. I don't understand why people like Sutton make the comments like they make. What
Yeah.
does that have to do with the price of beans and rice? But
Oh, you talking about that her dad killed himself.
I can't
no,
remember.
no,
Oh, we're
no.
gonna talk about that on Beverly Hills Day because I have a lot to say about that. But
Mm-hmm.
anyway, so Candy, I mean, I feel like this, Sheree. First of all, nobody cares about your love after lockup situation. I don't understand why you feel like everybody got to be with you when you know you shouldn't have been with him in the first place. Like I don't understand what she needs from Candy. She was sitting there in a what is it called, a chinchilla in the
I think
cold.
it may have been a forced conversation,
It had to be.
It had to be because
the
Sheree said it. The way she came into it, oh, we're gonna talk about that now. It felt really forced.
Yeah,
and
it
I'm
did.
wondering, or had they filmed some things that they hadn't filmed already? I mean, or that they haven't shown us, or that they're not going to show us, because it almost seemed out of place.
I think so too. And then Candy just started. Well, she cried all the time anyway. But I was like, what is she crying about? Like,
Because she's sick and tired of people coming at her for her time, especially when those people don't deserve her time. She said her family is always complaining about they don't give enough time. Now you're coming at me. I understood every ounce of frustration that came out of them tears. The only thing I didn't agree with is her not popping Marlo. She should have just. Marlo
Marlo's
gonna
been
come
on her
over there and
nerves.
try and hug her. Get away, Marlo.
Right.
No,
So
I didn't like that.
I
I'm
don't know.
not saying that she should give them some time, because I agree, but your family should come
Yes,
first.
her
Yeah.
My
family
point
should.
is, this is a flaw at this point. Like, this is at this point, it's a flaw. You know, if
Well,
your
Joy,
friends are saying this,
your friends have no
essentially this
say
is your
so in
other
what you
job.
and your family do.
Essentially, this is your other
Right.
job.
This is her job.
Yeah.
She is.
So
Yeah.
your
Marlo has
coworker
no say
saying
so
this,
in
your
that.
husband saying this, and you got other side jobs.
Mm-hmm. And
What?
we've seen her and Todd talk about it, and Todd wasn't real happy, and Candy was crying. Marlo should shut up.
Oh,
She
I
doesn't.
agree. Marlo
She
and them
doesn't. She
don't
doesn't
have
have the right for to
any
anything.
space in her time,
Yeah,
any
and
more
I understand
time
why
than
she
she
was
can
crying.
outside of filming.
Yeah.
I know I was talking to somebody and I was like, we need to write a book, The Power of. And I want the power of saying no, the power of the pause, the power of we need to write this book, Joy, all of us. Because sometimes you do have to say no. Candy is too busy saying yes. She
Yeah.
stretched too thin. And Marlo and Sheree are least of her worries at this point.
Mhm.
Like her husband's complaining, but I do think she needs to scale some stuff back.
Yeah.
I'm
And
not
it
trying to
doesn't.
say don't make your money, but
Mm-hmm.
she's just doing too much.
She's just doing too much. But both of them are. Like, it's this poor little Todd, because I was thinking about that recently. His whole
Come here.
life was
Sorry.
put on pause for Candy.
Yeah.
One of the arguments, she was like, "You think I really wanted it to be a restaurateur?"
Hit the
Mm-hmm.
mute button.
He was like, "Is that really what you think I want?" Because I do wonder, is that why
Glasses.
the restaurant is doing so bad? Because
Because he's
Todd,
spread too thin
because
too.
right, I do
Never mind.
wonder about that, because those restaurants should still be getting C's and D's on their food inspections after it's been filmed on a TV show. You know
I also feel like this
what I'm saying?
ain't. I feel like you're saying it's not his passion either. Like he ain't putting everything that
He
he wants
said
into
that.
this
I mean, he
because
said
it's
that.
not what he wants. Yeah, that is true. I'm
So
here for that. I agree.
she
I
needs
don't know.
to
Maybe she needs to
slow
become a friend
down.
of the show. Or
She needs to, she needs to just do housewives or do nothing and kind of chill with your family because those children ain't gonna be children. You gonna look up them little suckers gonna be 18 years old.
right. And I
And
think
you
the
and
only
Ty gonna
person
be
who's
looking at each
making
other crazy.
Phaedra not come back is Candy. I think Phaedra and Kenya now talk because Kenya warned her about Brandy on Ultimate Girls Trip. I think Phaedra talks to everybody,
I
but
am so
Say
glad
that
Phaedra is back
again.
on TV.
that
Say that
Phaedra
again.
could come back. Her and Kenya wants Phaedra to come back to Atlanta.
Oh. Well, I
Uh,
think that'll get rid of Kenya. I mean, Candy. They
Candy,
need
right?
to. It's to
They
bring.
need to. Candy,
Phaedra is so, and you could tell. Let me just say this: she ain't said nothing that stands out. Stands out. Well, it's a couple of things she said about that taking that picture, what she could do with her fingers, which
I
I
hadn't
really,
watched it yet. I'm gonna watch it.
yeah. But anyway, you could tell they are depending on Phaedra to bring the
Mm-hmm.
money. They want her opinion on everything
Everything.
in that house. But even what's her name is doing well. And I ain't even like
Eva,
her.
Eve,
I
Eva.
didn't like her on
I
Housewives.
heard that everybody. Oh, so some people can. I really wouldn't mind
She's
Phaedra
a
coming back.
stoner. She looked like it too.
And I really feel like Candy is the holdup on Phaedra coming back.
She is. She's they
But they,
asked her. They asked her like recently, like
oh
in like
really?
the last 6 months. And she
Mm.
keeps giving the same answer.
So I wonder what she's doing now.
I don't understand that because I mean they've all said bad things about each other. I know Phaedra they feel like crossed the line on some stuff, but I feel like they've all crossed the line on some things.
I ever tell y'all what I think really happened? Because I believe that conversation definitely. I don't think she lied.
You
But
think
can
it
I?
happened with Carlos?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think Ty and Carlos was drinking,
Oh.
kicking it, getting loose with conversations, how men do.
Mm-hmm.
And Ty probably talked about how loose, this is all alleged, how loose Portia is when she get that little henny in her.
Because Portia
And,
and yeah,
right.
Candy was
And
pushing each other and
they
everything.
was laughing. He was like, man, she was so aggressive. Me and Candy was gonna pull her in the basement. And
Mm-hmm.
you know, I think that it was a conversation that men kind of have. I don't think it was nearly as heavy. Now,
I
I
can see that,
do
Danita.
think that Carlos, when he was saying it with her, they kikied about it.
Mm-hmm.
But here's where it became a problem. Portia delivered it as if it was factual,
It was true.
and
Yeah.
she delivered it as if malicious.
Yeah, it
Yes.
wasn't in a funny way.
They were sitting around laughing. You know, that makes a difference of he was gonna take her down there, pull her down there, drug her,
Up, rape her. Yeah.
and she may have even said the word drug.
Drug
Because
her
he
down the
was
stairs.
drunk.
But
I'm
not
telling you,
yeah.
if you listen to, it doesn't even sound plausible.
And it sounds like Portia.
Yeah, it really does.
Portia a little dingy. She thought it was 265 days in a year. So she probably heard a few words, put them in the wrong order, and
right.
So, but do you guys think that had anything to do with Carlo leaving shortly afterwards?
Yes.
He left us. It ain't no shortly. He tells you, he claims that he didn't get fired. This is how he always answers. He never explicitly says, I never told Phaedra that. He has never said, he says, I didn't have, Phaedra had nothing to do with me leaving. I left on my own accord and da 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 da. And I'm not saying he did or didn't, but Phaedra said, and she's a lawyer.
Yeah.
She repeats what she knows, what she can repeat and what she can't.
Well,
she repeated. She flat out said that Carlos King told her. That's who y'all need to ask.
Yeah,
because
told
he's
her.
The one that told me.
Well, I don't know. Phaedra Park lost to Bob, so I don't know how good of
and
a lawyer.
Technically, and you, what's his name? Although they was arguing about that on Ultimate Girls Trip on whether or not you were on pause or fired. Phaedra said, not Phaedra. Andy said that Phaedra, wasn't that she was fired. The whole cast said that they weren't going to film with her.
That's how they did Mariah on Married
Yeah,
to
the
Medicine
whole
too.
cast refused to film with her. And
Oh
because of
yeah.
that, yeah, that's why. Because so my point is they were gonna offer her a contract.
What are you talking about, Tori? We didn't say Candy was no freak.
We didn't say that.
We didn't say
Oh,
that.
she is obsessed with sex
She's
though.
I
obsessed
mean, yeah,
with.
we've heard it for you. I don't
And,
think
and,
nobody's
and
shocked
yeah,
about anything.
I mean, you're going to do that when you sell sex toys.
Yeah.
But if you think about it, Teresa Giudice sells them.
She
Yeah,
just
no,
got
you
started.
don't
though.
do
Gave
that.
them out once, but she don't throw
I just
that
think
up.
it's overboard.
Because even in her and her love bubble, she ain't mentioned that stuff since.
But Louis must got his own deal though. She using right now. Only a freak. I agree with that too.
That's weird. That ain't freaky.
That's crazy.
Sandy.
Freaky things are considered fun.
Right. That's
Not
kind of
weird.
nasty.
That's weird.
What's weird?
To have somebody else. Yeah, they all freaks. I agree.
In public.
That's just not good.
That ain't freaky. That's weird.
I wouldn't have wore the pants. I don't think Kenya put them on. I don't think Sheree. I think Sheree did, but she didn't get nobody her remote.
Sheree might have needed to give somebody that remote because she sure got stood
She's
up.
a hot dang on mess.
Understand how somebody of Sheree's caliber can find herself in this situation.
And you know, because of that situation, I was so shocked when she said Candy was having a temper tantrum. We just watch you sit on the corner for 2 hours waiting on Bone Thugs and Harmony to come out from the halfway house. You had a temper tantrum, and you're going to attempt to call Candy out for having a temper? Every camera in every area around that location saw you having a temper tantrum. Yeah. And you're going to make the comment about Candy because she doesn't want to come over and rub your toes or whatever it is.
Do y'all feel like Sheree is a flip-flopper? Like whenever somebody says
trying to find something to go on to talk about. Because for whatever reason, somebody somewhere likes her.
Yeah, because they done brought her back 3 times.
Her back, and then 2 episodes in, they be like, "Dang, that's why we fired."
I think Andy keeps bringing her back. Andy,
I think he does. I think you're right.
And then when Sheree comes out with just joggers, this might be her last.
No,
season.
she had a mat. She had a cup.
She had that merchandise. It's good.
Yeah,
I mean, it's a real brand at this point. It's a real brand at this point. Like I would buy a She by Sheree.
I don't know if they on sale, Callie, but she had a mock-up for.
She had her prototype leggings was on.
She had a mat because Kenya wanted it, and then she had a cup.
That's what I'm saying. She got.
But that don't mean that it's in production. That means she just went to what?
Oh, wait a minute. She by Sheree is on Etsy.
She went to one of them sites where you can put your logo on stuff real quick.
Did y'all know
about a website, don't she?
Did y'all know
I don't know. Somebody look and see if she got a spring summer.
Look at that tank.
Oh, that is a website.
She's on Etsy.
Oh.
I like that. She by Sheree.
That's what I thought, Tori. I thought she just went to one of them sites.
It's only $21.
So what do y'all think about
that's even a fancy name. She by Sheree.
I love Sheree, that name. She by Sheree. Yeah, she did only have one match. She wouldn't even let ink.com. That's what I was trying to think of. Or Oriental Trading. She done put her logo on it, got it real quick, and I don't
she got who gonna check me, boo?
In a crop top. Oh, my daughter. How much is it? $26.
$26.
And here's a cute little
tank was 21.
No, she didn't.
The joggers.
Let me see.
She got her face on this.
I want her face on I'm wearing.
Look at this. She got her face on this one for 21.
I'm not buying that.
You can get a mug for 13. Now see, this is reasonable.
Wait a minute, she got a puzzle.
That mess that Potomac did. $13 is reasonable for a printed mug. Yeah. Her hats are 28.
Robin's was
at 20 or something. She's talking about them candles. Them candles are too high.
Wait a minute. Sheree has a puzzle of all the Real Housewives that have mug shots. That's what that puzzle. Look at that. Yeah.
Now that's cute.
That is a trip.
Yeah, she got a mug like that too.
We're gonna bring some people in a minute. Let me send our thing. Only thing else I have is let's talk about Drop It with Drew. So Drew, do y'all think Drew's a liar?
No, she just doesn't know how to.
I think she upsells everything.
Yes.
Even how
Thank you,
she
Joy.
was describing like her meal planning and all of that stuff. And I don't know if y'all noticed, her husband probably does this a lot and it doesn't air. He does it too.
Oh yeah.
Because when he was talking about something and he mentioned something, I think it was regarding dropping with Drew. No, he was telling Drew, you need to do something into something. I think they're invested in these businesses for real. They
Oh,
have
I
best.
believe so too. I believe so. I just don't like the way they're dogging her about it. And I'm not a Drew fan.
Yeah, I don't either. I don't
I
like
don't
it
I don't
because
like that.
it's just like all the worst. I think I remember Nene said, I just saw the episode when she came out with the edge, something about grow your edges back. Nene
Mm-hmm.
was like, I mean, I don't know why she ain't got no, if she ain't had no edges and then it grew hers back, I probably believe it.
I would.
Right.
Right.
She said that. My point is, you normally stay away from their business ventures.
Oh, so somebody says Drew doesn't get a chance to explain. She's not a liar. Danita
Well,
thinks. I know. I don't agree with that, Danita.
she always has a chance to explain. I think it's just that she is with a group of women that it's not always going to be easy to explain to.
Yeah,
But
they
I don't
will.
like the way that they coming at her this season. She's trying. She stands up to the Olympic gold medalist. Pretty
Oh
good
yeah,
though.
she does. Now she was 10 pounds smaller, but I do believe that Sheree may be more muscular. Muscle weighs more than fat. So that's why Sheree could have weighed more. Because Sheree is not big at all. Like Sheree is she tight,
In the
right? Tight.
world.
Um
She got paintings on there of her
Did
hair
she
pulling.
say no line? I do feel like she could have explained the business that she
This
was
is
just
really
the face
cool.
of the business, but she made it seem like she did
Yeah.
all this
But
stuff.
you never do that, I guess is what I'm saying.
Okay.
What?
You should have just ran with dropping with Drew. If that's something that they handled off camera, but to make it a part of the storyline, to me is kind of dirty.
Yeah,
You
that
don't
and
talk
how.
about none of they. What if somebody said, well, people do laugh. I ain't gonna say that because the first time She by Sheree came out, they talked about her material.
They
They
did.
talked,
Like a
they
dog.
did.
Fashion show with
So
no
I
fashion.
guess so, right?
But I
So
do like when Drew did, because she went back to Sheree. She said, I'm just starting this. You've been at this for 20 years and you ain't even got a product. And she was like, well, I do got a mat. I'm like, girl, you just got that mat.
Did she
oh,
say
that
the
was so
mat?
funny.
Oh
Yeah,
my
She
goodness.
did.
she did.
And I thought that was so shady. It was unnecessary when Sheree wasn't leading that conversation. It should have been more pointed at Kenya. Sheree wasn't the one asking all these questions about your business.
It was actually Marlo and Kenya and
Right, that's
Sanya.
what I'm saying. And
Yeah,
she
you're
was
right.
targeted. She shouldn't have went after Sheree by saying that.
I agree with that too. I do. I think
She
Drew
has a
sometimes don't know who to
painting.
pick on. She's
Now
learning though.
imagine if
This
everybody
girl is
did
funny.
now heard about what Kenya going
Back
through and
photos.
start pressing her or going after her about why you letting your business fall apart. You gonna miss this? What kind of business person are you? You shouldn't make
Yeah,
that a part of your storyline is all I'm saying. And
I
it
agree.
seemed like they went out of their way to discredit her. That wasn't necessary. Let us discredit her.
We
Y'all
gonna
don't
say
be
drag 'cause I
stupid.
do think that they feel like I feel like
What
Sanya
kind of
really.
chalk is that? Does that look like chalk? That's chalk.
That's horrible. I
She's
feel
doing
like
too much.
Sanya is one of the main ones who are trying making it seem like. Did y'all watch the after show?
No, no.
I
Okay, well they
did.
have after shows. I feel like Sanya was still going after her business. The other
What is
ladies
her
was like, now that we
problem?
know it's
Oh, you
legit.
talking about on YouTube?
Yeah,
Oh, they started
they started them. You have to watch
when?
them.
Okay, because I watch them every week, but I didn't know that.
Yeah, they just started Saturday, Sunday.
Oh, okay,
So,
good.
and she still talks bad about Drew, and I don't understand why. She's with
She
Marlo
thinks
too,
Drew is an
and her
easy
being with
target.
Marlo is gonna make her a mean person. So Candy and Drew are together. Kenya's with Sheree, and Sanya's with Marlo. And they just seem like the negative people, like Wendy and Candace was. And I don't know why
Excuse
they
me, I don't remember Candace ever being negative.
just went in the after shows, and it was because she was with Wendy.
Look at the one over here, the pre-HD. What you say, Joy?
Pre-PhD. Okay, last thing, and then I'm gonna ask Sandy. Do you think it was smart for Sanya to go to Gaslight Ralph and
She
ask
hasn't done no.
about having a baby. And she just
She hasn't done anything smart yet.
She gaslighted him on what?
well, so she went to Ralph and said, "I want to talk to you about having a baby. Should I do it, Sanya?" She already know Ralph is not the
That's
husband to
right.
go to and ask any kind of questions because she said that he was all he did was gaslight his wife. So if you feel this way about this man, why would you go to him and be like, "Should I have a baby by my husband?"
She was just trying to think of some way to get more camera time about
I
her
feel like
talking.
she's trying to create a scene.
We need to
That's
cut that out.
possible.
They need to stop that.
And then what do y'all think about Marlo? Do you think that Marlo is just trying to create moments? Because she's
Yes.
thirsty and she parched
Like
and she
really.
dehydrated and she's a cactus.
Yeah.
What y'all think?
All of the
What,
above.
what y'all think about her and Kenya's confrontation?
Girl, they got a new person at Bravo. They need to hire me because it don't even look like the regular after show. Like it's
Oh.
not worded like Bravo after show. They
Oh.
Send
send
that
it
link over, Joy, if you wouldn't mind. I
I
Okay.
want to
have
see
the
that.
little snippets I can send y'all if y'all want to just see the snippets.
Yeah, the snippets are always good because it gives context to the.
Yeah, I'll send them to y'all after this.
And if y'all don't know what the after show is, Bravo does on YouTube after each episode, but they wait. They never start with episode one.
Mm-hmm.
They'll wait till about halfway in, and the girls, all the girls, they're paired with somebody,
These
and they
Christmas
do it.
ornaments are
And whoever they
horrible.
paired with,
What the world?
they are being asked questions, and
Mm-hmm.
it's a digital. They're not all together, so it's not a reunion, but it's kind of their way to give context to what we're watching. And
This is
sometimes
a mess.
it's like really counter to what you see on the show
I
because
agree.
like there was, oh gosh, I'm trying to think of an example. The only thing that I could think
Allie
of,
about she's still shopping over there, honey.
Sorry.
one of the things that I could think of off the top of my head was on
We got 10 minutes?
Thursday
Okay.
when there was an argument about Frank. It was a whole scene that they'll leave out that they'll show you on the after show. And I hate that they leave these things out because it gives context,
Mm-hmm.
too much context. Like, remember with Frank on New Jersey
I'm gonna mute her till she get done. Go ahead.
and New Jersey, Frank is the one that introduced that actually knew the girl that allegedly Evan was cheating on.
Right.
They left all of that off the actual show. They actually showed it as
Who's
a
Frank?
flashback on the
You talking about Jersey?
Girl, if y'all don't get back to Atlanta.
Okay, my point is,
Trying to.
I hate that
Sorry.
they leave important information out. So the
Yeah.
after shows are almost an absolute must to watch.
So what do
That's
y'all
all
think
I'm-
about? Yes, I think you should watch the after show.
Joy.
We don't really like to post anything on Facebook anymore because they say it's copywritten and they take our videos down. So
And
we
then they say
on
the
TikTok.
account is fake. Who is
Yeah,
Callie?
and so
It's fake.
maybe we can share links from our Instagram or our TikTok on to our Facebook page. Let's try it that way and see what happens.
Yeah.
But what do y'all think about the Marlo Kenya moment? I feel like some people said Marlo's trying to save the show. She's trying to keep her peach.
She is. But this ain't the way to do it.
I don't agree. Yeah,
She's
I
just
agree.
thirsty. She's thirsty. She needs a
Because you
little bit of
don't know
ice
if you want to
cubes
feel
and
bad
tea.
for her and give her a hug or cuss her out. You go from one extreme
to the
to
next.
another.
Like she goes bloom, 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 shoot you.
Right.
And then she's like, but I'm a foster kid. And I'm like,
Right.
listen, you can't be the
with that.
victim and the aggressor like you cannot.
And Sheree had no comeback. When Candy said, and Sheree, what about, what have you done for me? Sheree's like, well, let me come hug you because I ain't got nothing to say.
Nothing else.
A mess.
So Sandy, what you gonna say? I don't know if you're gonna echo.
Hi,
or not.
Sandy.
Hi, everybody. Well, I just wanted to say that Marlo is messy, but she's trying to keep herself relevant. But she has a problem in controlling her temper, and though I love Kenya, for her Kenya getting in Marlo's face may not be the smartest thing to do because she jacked up another girl's face and went to jail for that. So
I don't think I like that she put her hands behind her back. I don't know if y'all noticed it.
She was trying to get extra
attention.
Huh?
Say it again, Joy.
She put her hands behind her back when her and Kenya
was
Marlo did it. That's strategic because
which means she knew she was about to do that.
Well, that's possible, but I also think that she did that because Kenya is very provoking. I'm not saying that she was wrong because Marlo did step in her space, but it was actually Kenya. She didn't just say step back. She kept her hand out, and
that means step back.
She incorrect. And then at the very end, she walked forward. Me and my daughter then broke this down because she said she didn't do that. So she did. Let's go back and watch it. And I pushed play. If you watch it, Marlo came in her space. I'm not going to argue and say she didn't. Kenya then put her hand up and kept saying, move back, move back. Then she stepped forward. And I said, ooh, that's where she needs to stop. And that, and at the same time,
it should have stopped. Marlo should have never went there.
That's when somebody pulled. Well, that's when Marlo got pulled back.
And Kenya did too. They went and pulled them both back. Yeah.
Right. But I'm just saying, Kenya is very provoking. I'm not saying that Marlo didn't 100% start it. I'm not saying.
So then Kenya had every right to get provoking.
And let them stop.
She didn't say
I agree because Portia would have done worse. That's what makes I don't understand.
It's like Portia
done beat people's asses, and nobody says she's provoking and she's this and she's that. And Portia has done some things.
Portia is reactive. It ain't a person that is ever watched
was being reactive too, Joy.
There's a difference from provoking and reacting.
What did Kenya do to provoke Marlo to do that? I want you to know. Explain what did Kenya do to provoke Marlo to come her face?
I started off by saying that Marlo was 100% wrong.
And that's where it should have stopped. Because that's
what I'm saying. It's like y'all accuse the people y'all like for doing
started.
Okay, this is what I mean. Okay, let me talk to you. Let me do a Denzel Washington.
Oh God.
Let's talk. Let's talk. Let me talk to you like the two.
All right. Because I need to know why you think the difference.
Everybody knows. I'm being phased apart.
Yeah, everybody knows.
Kenya don't want to fight. Everybody knows that. Everybody knows. Bottom line is no two black women want to really fight.
Hopefully.
Well, that's not true. We ain't talking about Monique Samuels, right?
Of their age, their caliber.
Yeah.
It's a whole lot of, they ain't trying to be famous fighting. That ain't entertainment, but it really ain't.
I got you.
So Kenya to see somebody into her face, know she feels uncomfortable, ask that person to step out, to ask that person to step back.
Kenya is a poo-poo person.
Step forward is where the aggression, in my opinion, comes from.
Well, that's interesting.
And there is arguing, and then there is the kind of argument that you know can cross the line.
So when Cynthia and Portia got into it, and Portia's ass jumped on her, nobody was like she was aggressive. Nobody was like she was the aggressor. Cynthia didn't do anything to her. Yet y'all don't say anything about those things.
We ain't talking about
but I'm saying it's just like when you have favorites, you don't see they stupid mess.
I mean, I thought both of them were wrong. I actually thought at some point Cynthia was being aggressive with her, which was shocking because it wasn't even her personality. And I remember thinking, if you go back and watch it, I'm not arguing with you. I thought they were both wrong, but both of when I guess my thing was when Portia went and sat down on that thing, she was in a space of, girl, you know it ain't nothing wrong with us. You know you my girl, I'm your girl. It was kind of that kind of conversation, but Cynthia wasn't receiving it like that. And she was like, "But we've been calling each other bees all day long." You understand what I'm saying? Like I think that I don't think anyone could foresee what was actually going to happen.
Sandy, why is Sandy echoing?
I don't know. You gotta turn whatever's off.
I'll turn it down, my phone down a little bit. See if that's
but there is a person that can elevate, and I guess even as an adult, turn it off. Even as an adult, when with children. As an adult, I've had to stand my ground with children. I deal with behavior students with
Right.
real behavior problems. So as a teacher, there are times where I can't be meek and uh, look like or whatever in front of them. But you have a child that's in front of me, and you have the discernment to know that any wrong move, this kid that's in front of me, this kid don't have the discernment that I have. Me moving my arm or saying something or raising my voice when I know that they're angry and they're in my face could also get me hurt as
I
an adult.
understand that. But I'm
So
just saying
when
everybody
people,
has a
my
breaking
point
point.
is, you have to know that when a person don't want smoke, it's they walk away.
But
Kenya
they not
walked
children.
into these situations.
Well, she
That's
said
what
that she
makes
ain't the
her
same Kenya no
provoking.
more, though. You don't
Huh?
know. She said she ain't the same Kenya no more. So maybe she ain't the same Kenya you think she is. You don't know what she was gonna do.
I
But
don't.
Kenya
All I
didn't
know is
walk
that
into the
she walked.
situation.
I
She
don't
was
think
When you
Kenya
got
responding.
a
walked up with her
woman
fist
that's
like,
being
bitch, I'm gonna beat you
aggressive to
up.
you,
She
You
kept
know
saying,
why
get
this is
out
coming
my
out, though,
face.
right?
there was a woman that was obviously being aggressive with her, and she was. I'm not
That's
taking
where it
up
stops, Joy, because you know what
for.
I'm about to say. If
I'm
you
not
came
taking
in and
up for
started
her.
that, then you have
My
no
point is, why
concern,
wouldn't
or
Kenya
you can't do
retreat?
anything about how I'm
I
Why
going
see
to
would
because
she
respond to
walk
it.
Marlo is
up
got
on
okay. I'm gonna tell you
an
why.
irate
Why would
Indian?
I'm gonna
Marlo
tell
have
you
done
why
what
she
she
didn't
did,
retreat, Joy.
Joy?
Because you have to say for a person like Marlo, you got to tell them immediately, leave me the fuck alone, because she gonna
Thank
do
you.
it every time she sees Kenya. If
It's
Kenya
true.
retreated that one time, every time she saw Kenya, she was gonna try to do that again. You got to stop that heifer in her tracks the first time, because Marlo
Period.
is gutter. I don't know why people don't understand.
I
She's
do.
gutter.
No,
I,
you don't.
You got to
If you
stop
I'm the
her.
understood it, you wouldn't be
look.
blaming
While
this
you sitting up and
on Kenya.
talking, Martinique, you got that from me.
She
I've
gutter.
always
What?
said she was gutter.
She's
Oh,
And that's
dirty.
just I've always called her that. It's nothing about her. I'm gonna be honest. That's refined to me.
Right.
It's just not. Mimi is more from hip hop is more refined to me than her.
that's a good point here.
So I
Well,
mean, huh?
just
I
reading
mean,
his
let it,
point.
I mean, let her get hurt. I mean, Drew put her hand in people's face, like they all have done this thing. Walked up to
She
Sheree.
did. You're right, Latoria.
So
What?
yeah, that's why I said Kenya said she ain't the same one. Like if she would
No,
have got her
read
ass beat,
that
she
one.
would have got it beat. But she
I'm
called
glad you
Marlo.
said that.
Yeah,
I
she
mean,
did.
like if you're gonna beat
I'm
me up,
glad
you're
you
gonna beat
said
me up.
that.
But I'm gonna
Right.
tell you this: you're gonna know you've been in a fight. Mess with me, and you gonna know. You might
I
Yeah.
kick my butt,
I'm
but
like,
you gonna
these
know you've been in a
are
fight.
I in my y'all. We ain't talking about no 22-year-old.
I
Okay. But
still.
Joy,
Kenya
what you're trying to do,
50
though,
something.
and so is Marlo, is yeah.
Marlo got to be knocking on 50's doors.
Okay,
Right.
so
That ain't
but
cute.
where you're mixing things up at, in my opinion, because everybody has the right to their opinions. I'm not saying you're wrong, but I'm saying that you're wrong. Marlo started this.
She
Marlo
did.
started this. So the fact that you say
Oh,
Kenya,
she did.
but that's where it should stop. It shouldn't be. Kenya should not have then
It
gone
can't
forward.
be though.
It has to
I
be.
Joy
What
heard
do
is
you
thinking that
mean?
one of them has to be the bigger person.
somebody gotta
But you
be
get
a
tired of being
adult
the
in the
bigger
room.
person with Marlo. I
Ain't
mean, she has
nobody.
got no my
Yeah.
nerve. And
Y'all,
I'm not even in the
I
room with her.
Marlo gets no
no.
respect or extra points from Kenya. Marlo called Kenya's mother out. I mean, or whatever she said about your
I'm
mama
not.
don't
Y'all
want you.
keep talking
So
as if you
so
gotta
we're not
convince
we're
me
not
that
we're
this
not
girl
I'm
ain't
good
we're
yours.
with
not
it.
trying to hear something
I
that
think
from the
she don't get no
PhD that
lower
makes
than
no
Marlo.
sense.
She don't. I said, maybe she would be interested. In my opinion, she should have never received a piece.
I agree.
I
She's
know.
not. I don't want to say. She's just not. She goes to a place that I don't like to see on TV. How
We
about that?
agree with that. We agree
How
with that.
about that?
But we agree with all that. But
She's
she
good in
started this. So
spurts.
why are you
She
trying
should
to get
never be in
Kenya to
every
back off?
scene.
Why are you trying to get Kenya to back off?
Because Kenya normally,
Kenya got too much to lose.
I
That
agree
girl
with
is
you
a
on that.
loser.
Okay.
Like,
So
do
then,
you lose your?
what does
It's just
this
you
is
know how many
Marlo's first
teachers
peach?
could really hurt a kid in the middle
Right.
of an argument. You don't want to lose your life.
I agree with that, Joy, but
Your
I think
life.
she's just
Okay.
tired of Marlo, and she just had her moment of snapping.
Mhm.
Like, I'm tired of you every time.
I don't want to watch her on this show.
I don't either.
I don't. I mean, I don't like. She's not my idea of bougie at all.
Mm-mm. That's what I'm saying, hell. I think she's just tired of Marlo, and she just like, look,
thank you.
You keep coming for me. I'm gonna have to stop this. You gonna get out my face. Cause it's like Marlo, you could be like, yo shirt don't match. And she's like, well, your daddy left and your daddy don't like you and he slept with a
And I'm a foster child.
And then she said, but I was a foster kid. And then I can't with her.
I was made to wear used clothing. Really?
You sell used clothing, heifer. That's why
I know that. Look, I don't know why y'all talking like I'm trying to defend her. I don't think she belongs on this show.
But she's there. And yes, she's been going gutter every time. So just the whole thought of she started it, Kenya should have known better. Well, they got a whole lot of beef in the
going
past.
after Kenya to have a beef.
Yeah, she wants a beef.
She's desperate for anything she can get.
And
sometimes
she knows
you need to be real careful with that desperation.
And she feels like if she has to beef with Kenya or Candy, she gonna be in the bogs, and it's gonna get her name out there.
Excuse me.
But I don't understand, and that's not true, Latoya. If Kenya do something wrong, I'm the first person to say Kenya has done a whole bunch of things wrong. But in this situation, I feel like Marlo is just doing extra. Like she is doing extra to get on this woman's nerves.
And people can say whatever they want to say about Kenya, but in this situation, if we're talking about what somebody else started with her, then don't complain about how Kenya responds to it. I don't care what y'all say about Kenya. But when you're talking about she didn't start it, but she is the one that's when everybody ain't always able to be at the top
another
of
reason why I don't like this show no more.
Mm-hmm.
Why? Because you don't like Kenya?
No, I'm starting to agree with Kenya. I don't like how that feels.
Right. And that's what everybody's saying. Like, I
don't like how that feels.
I like Kenya.
I don't know if I like her, but she right.
But I feel like Tori, I feel like this show does not, because I feel like even on all the shows, they do light shade. Sometimes they do below the belt, and it's kind of like, ooh, but you okay with it. But every time she talks, she goes below the belt. Candy was a host. They done her tax bracket because her pussy ain't good. Nobody want to marry her. Like she says this kind of stuff.
Yeah,
that's just uncalled for. And they've
done I was like, can you imagine any of that kind of stuff on the white shows? No. Now, Nene ain't no better when she told Claudia that. Although it was kind of funny.
It was funny.
So why is Nene's funny and Marlo gutter?
Because Claudia and Nene were actually fighting. Candy, and Marlo are not fighting enough.
I didn't think it was funny.
Go that low.
Oh,
but you know what I'm saying? Because when Claudia and they were actually going back toe to toe.
And that threw Nene in an awkward position because whether we want to hear it or not, Claudia was ripping her apart. So the whole clip thing, that's when you get ripped apart that bad, anything stupid is gonna come out because anything you thought wasn't stupid, you'd have forgot.
But you know what? I do remember the ramen noodles comment.
That was hilarious.
That's not what's funny to me. The funniest part of that scene
is the Bob.
Yes. She was like, "What's wrong with Bob?" Nene just said,
"Nothing."
And then when she left, she said that thing was tight.
Yes.
And what did she say?
Funny
what
stuff.
did she say? She said to Candy, let's go somewhere and find some beach.
Right.
That's funny. What Marlo doing ain't
But listen to what we remember.
It
was fun. That's what I call funny. Shay,
it's right here ain't funny.
It was kind of vulgar. It wasn't kind. It was vulgar what she said.
I agree with that, Latoya.
Everybody knew it wasn't true. That's maybe why it wasn't so mean. It was pure hyperbole.
It was
that's
right.
Another
thing wasn't anything that was realistic. Maybe that's why.
But another thing, Tori, when you're in an argument, you do want to win, but everything ain't a battle. Everything should not be a battle. Every time you get in front of somebody, you should not be thinking about how you're going to hurt them, fight them, malign them. That's not how the real world works. That's
something else that irritates me about reality TV. We know that they want to see drama, so everybody's trying to create it. But the formula that they're missing is you also got to make us fall in love with you. You got to show us you, for real you, not surface you, because we can feel it. That's one of the things that I don't like about Beverly Hills. We don't really
I don't know them
know
heifers.
those women, and we
That's why I
be
don't think it's as good. I feel like they fake. But Sheree's coming back,
well.
so that's
That's what's
another reason why.
that's something that's well, one of the reasons why it's so good is our girl Garcelle. They be like, I love you, I love you,
She
I
be
love
like,
you. Garcelle be
you
like,
don't like her.
oh God.
Not again. Like she lets it know. But we about to get off of here. Sandy, let me see if you got something else to say. Sandy, you got anything to say
Yeah,
about
I
the new
wanted to say that it should be interesting next week because Marlo said she put her two nephews out.
I
So
heard that.
it should be quite interesting. I don't know
I
how
think
she's gonna
that's a
pull
play
that off.
on words. She probably said I had to put them out. I had so and so take them to so and so. I needed them out the house.
I
It's
hope so.
probably not what we think it is. They have a way of creatively.
I pray.
Well,
Um,
that was out of her mouth. She said, "I put
Look
them
at that!
out."
Look at that picture, honey.
Yeah, I want to talk about the BET Awards real quick. So Candy and
Sharp.
Todd was there. Do I have Nene?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, she looked great. Did you see her in that navy blue
they
dress?
actually do look good together, but people been talking about her upper
I don't
half.
see Nene. I
Yeah,
see
the
I,
upper
Eva.
half was a mess. I don't.
Oh, I
I
got
don't
Nene.
understand that. But
This is.
the
I thought Eva
overall,
looked. Her upper half is saggy in this one. I hate that. I think Eva looks beautiful.
yeah,
And then here's Nene and her boo.
cute.
Yep.
Uh,
Work it, Nene.
Marlo was
Mm-mm-mm.
somewhere and she had on this dress. I think it's for
What is
Pride.
up with that? Right? Look at that.
But see, if you watch RuPaul's
Unbelievable.
Drag Race, Shea Coulee wore this first. So, but
Copycat.
anyway, you might not watch that. But anyway, so she's not the original. So anyway, be sure to follow us on our social media. We're going to get off of here, jump right into Huntsville. Only do an hour because that's all we're doing. I thought we were only gonna give Atlanta 30 minutes, but we started talking about other stuff. So let's do that. We're gonna do about an hour for Huntsville. We'll bring people on at the end to talk.
Yeah,
And
Eva
then
was looking
we'll be
good.
done. All right,
Marlo,
y'all ready to peace out?
Okay.
Come back in like 3 minutes, people. All right.
Okay.